welcome to all our viewers yet again. I'm back, your host, Damini Basu, with yet another interview episode. The series is getting more and more love from all of you, so thank you so much. And we have promised to bring to you yet another cricketer story from another very talented young cricketer who in recent times is so much in talk, especially in the domestic circuit. We have Baba Indrajith, as his name suits him so well. Jeet is what his mantra is. That bright smile is so radiant. So, first of all, welcome to the show, Baba Indrajith. First things first, how are you keeping?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. So, without further ado, we won't keep you waiting and let's delve into what are the great exploits you're being up to in the domestic circuit. And, personally, I don't think there could have been a better day to interview you because it's a very special moment for you and your teammates as to tell our viewers that Tamil Nadu has qualified for the Ranji Trophy knockouts for the first time since 2016-17 season. So a very, very congratulations to you and your team. How has this team managed to bounce back? How is the atmosphere in the dressing room, Indrajith?
First of all, thank you so much. Yes, it's a special feeling because, as you said, it's been close to 7 years since we qualified in red ball cricket. So it's a very special feeling, and obviously everybody is happy because it's not just this year. It's been years of hard work, and we badly wanted to qualify and win the Ranji Trophy. That's been a main goal. So happy that after 7 years we could qualify and in this fashion, because it's not like we've topped the table today and we won 4 outrights of our 7 matches, of which 1 match didn't happen, and we've played a very good brand of cricket, so we're very happy about it.
Absolutely. That is, exuding from you so much, and of course it should. So, let's talk a bit more about your performances in the domestic circuit. Just talk us through that knock of 187 against Punjab recently and your very stellar partnership with Vijay Shankar.
It's a very special moment because it was a must-win game for us to qualify, and we were about 100 for 4 when me and Vijay Shankar were in the crease. So it was a very crucial partnership. And in that context, irrespective of the numbers, obviously 100 is I'm very thankful and grateful for it. But irrespective of the numbers, I think that partnership was very crucial at that point of time, which helped us put up a decent score in the first innings. So, and eventually we were able to win the game as well. So obviously my partnership with Vijay Shankar this season has been really good, right from Vijay Hazare to Ranji Trophy. Even in the previous game against Karnataka, we had a very good partnership. We almost won that game in the 4th innings. So it's been going really well.
Of course, and we do hope it continues to go on very well. And, help us understand your captain. Thoughts on your Tamil Nadu captain, R. Sai Kishore. How has he been? And, talking about his performance, he has been terrific with his bowling and leadership skills as well.
He's been amazing. I think he's been an inspiration to all the youngsters as well in this team. And he's led from the front, and he's always backed his players. On the field, whenever the players are down, he lifts everybody up. And we all know about his bowling. I mean, he's been doing really well for the past so many years. And it was I thought it would be a challenge for him to captain and then bowl. It will be a different challenge, but I think he's taken up the challenge really well and taken a lot of wickets. And also, not just being a captain, also been a very good leader. I think I'm very happy for him that under his captaincy that we've qualified to knockout.
Absolutely. He's been too good. And in the ongoing Ranji Trophy, you particularly are in very great form. So firstly, tell us, how is the tournament personally panning out for you?
It's been good so far. I mean, when we started, obviously, I didn't have those big scores in the first 3 games. But I was just sticking to my own thing. I just focused. I mean, I told myself that I'll keep doing the right things and I'll wait for my time. Obviously, didn't expect things to go this way when the season started. But as people say, right things happen at the right time. So I'm doing the same things again and again, trying to do the right things, learning from each and every game. And sometimes things go well, and I'm very grateful for it.
Absolutely. You've been in fantastic form. So let's talk about you a bit more. You've been the most consistent performer for Tamil Nadu for the past 7 years, but unfortunately, it coincided with that lean patch of your team until this season. So, how has your morale been in this situation? Because you haven't been handed regular chances with the India ace side like the others either. So, did you ever feel any point of your time that your efforts might just have been ignored or, brushed on the carpet or not being done justice?
Uh, to be very honest, I felt dejected. I felt disappointed at one point of time that I was not able to get the break and I was not able to um, get into the India A side, or that feeling was there. But obviously, it was a learning curve for me. As I said, I kept telling myself that okay, those things are not in my control. There's nothing personal there. So obviously, I told myself I need to keep doing even more better. So I will upgrade my skill. I will upgrade whatever I have to do in terms of fitness or anything for the game. And let me keep doing the right things. And obviously, as I said, right things happen at the right time. You never know when things will change. So I kept sticking to that mantra. And hopefully things are going well. I'm just hoping and praying that maybe I could get a break in the future.
Okay, and how did cricket happen to you in the first place? Like, just take us through your formative years.
I think right from a very young age, I mean, my dad was passionate about the game. He didn't play the game, but he was very passionate about the game. So he wanted his boys, me and my twin brother, to take up cricket. But we started very young, like about 4 to 5 years, when we were put into an academy. So, but at that point of time, we were also so passionate about the game. Like at home, we used to play with the tennis ball and stuff like that. And my parents, like my dad and mom, were very supportive about it. It's not like that you have to study, you have to go to school or something like that. So I played my under 13 state when I was 9 years old. So that was very, very young. So right from that age, I think it's been cricket professionally right from that age. So focus has been there. And yes, obviously that's how the journey started, and it's still going on.
Okay, and let's talk about your twin brother. If our audience isn't aware, so Baba Aparajit happens to be the twin brother of Baba Indrajith. Both the brothers are extremely talented. So, growing up with your twin brother, both of you were interested in cricket. So, was there any sibling banter or rivalry between you two?
I mean, the good thing is that we don't have that. There's never that competition or comparison between us, luckily. Obviously, from the outside, when twins are there, people used to compare. All of those things were normal, but we understood that it is very, very normal from the outside. When two people are there, when two people are playing cricket from the same house, that comparison will be there. Not every time both of us can play at the same time. But the good thing, as I said, we never had that. So we have a very good relationship between us, professionally and personally. So even now, after every game, after every day, I call and talk to him. He calls and talks to me. So that's been the relationship between us. So it's actually nice.
Very good. And you put up a very important point of comparison. So this leads me to my second question. Talking about your brother Aparajit, your twin was included in the under 19 India squad for that World Cup back in 2012, played in Australia, where he was a very important performer in the quarterfinals against Pakistan. Eventually, the team ended up winning that coveted title as well. But unfortunately, in your part, you couldn't make it to the team. So, how were the emotions then? And did you, like, in that time, face any direct comparison with your twin?
I think that was the first time where we played for different teams. Obviously, when playing for the same state, right from under 13 to under 16 to under 19, we were part of the same setup, same teams, same clubs, same league teams and everything. So that was the first time where he was playing for a different team and I was not part of the same team. I was part of the World Cup 30 probables, but I was not part of any of the India under 19 series before that, before the World Cup. It was a bit different. I understood that. That's when I understood that comparisons are normal when it comes to twins or two people from the same family. And not every time, just because we're twins, we can have the same journey. Sometimes he might start off a bit early. For example, under 19 World Cup, Ranji Trophy debut and everything. Sometimes certain things can happen fast for me. So just because we're twins, we can't have the same journey at the same time. So that was a learning curve for me. But at the same time, I was not too disappointed, but I could say that, okay, I also wanted to be a part of the under 19 squad. I also wanted to be a part of the IPL. So when I call him up and ask, okay, over these players in the dressing room, what are they discussing? What is their kind of mindset? When he says that, okay, MS Dhoni is like this, Mike as he prepares like this. So at that point of time, I used to be very happy for him. But at the same time, I also felt like, okay, I also want to be in this dressing room. I also want to reach this place very soon.
Understand. This is an important point you put, that you can be twins, you can be to the extent of being identical twins, but it's not necessary for you to have identical career journeys. That's a very good point you put out, Indrajith. And of course, you continued with your maturity because you didn't let that disappointment affect you as much as you started stunningly performing in the domestic circuit after that. So how did you motivate yourself after facing that disappointment at such a young age? Yes, you talked about that, okay, comparisons are normal, but how did you personally, start deciding that, okay, I have to improve my performance, I have to prove through my performance?
It happens naturally. Obviously, when you get hit so hard, when you want something so badly, you obviously start working towards it. And sometimes even when you work and do the right things won't happen. So those times actually helps you grow as a person and as a cricketer. So whenever things are going well, you want to double it. You want to compensate it, because you know that there have been hard times for you in the past, and you have not gotten the opportunity, or you were not able to perform at your best, even when you tried your best. So when things are going well, that's when you remember those tough times and make it even bigger.
Okay. And, let's talk a little serious about what you just recently faced. Just a few months back during the Vijay Hazare Trophy of 2023, in the month of December, in that semi-final versus Haryana, you were in the news for mixed reasons, something good and something bad. You had very unfortunately suffered a very major lip injury, and you had to come to bat when your team was reduced to 53 for 3 in 14 overs. Yet on your part, you didn't walk down. You showed a lot of courage, a lot of resilience, and batted very bravely to pull out your team from that precarious situation. So would you like to take us through that entire episode in detail? What exactly had happened?
It was actually a freak accident, because we had bowled first, and after the first innings, during the break, it was like a 35 minutes or a 40 minutes break. So in that tournament, my routine was to, after the break, I used to go and take an ice bath before I go into bat, so that I recover well and then pad up and go into bat. So it was actually like a jacuzzi. So I finished my ice bath, and there was a 2-3 steps were there. So I had to keep my foot there. And it was a bit slippery. I was actually cautious, but once I kept my feet there, I think I slipped, and there was nothing to hold there. And there were extra blocks of ice down below it. And I had no control. Obviously, I was trying to escape it, but I had no control. So I fell straight on my face, and it all happened in a second. So then I got my lip cut on the outside and as well as the inside. So I was in a bit of shock. I was actually, I didn't know what to do, because it all happened in a second, and no one was there, right? With me that point of time. And once they heard the sound, everybody came from the dressing room, and then they looked at me. And then, as I told, I was in a bit of shock. So the nurses came, and they told me that I need stitches. But I've gone through a lot of surgeries and stuff like that, but I don't like needles. I hate needles. So I said, no, I don't want to. I don't want any stitches right now. But the doctor said, you have to take those stitches. But if you do the stitches right now, you won't be able to go in and play. So I said, okay, that's not a problem. I will do whatever it takes to play right now. After the match, I will go and stitch it up. So the doctor said, okay, I'll just let the bleeding stop for a while. I'll tape it up, and then you can go in into bat. And then after the match, you can go and do the stitches. So I had to go in at number 3, but because of this process and all of these things, I wanted the bleeding to stop. So it all happened so fast. So I went in at number 5, as you said, at 53 for 3. So I had to tape it and go inside. But obviously there was a lot of pain. And when I went inside, Because for the doctors also it was like new, because they don't know how to tape it properly, because it's not easy to stop the bleeding at that point of time without the stitches. So when I went into bat, I batted for about 8 to 10 balls. I was not able to call during this thing, because I was not able to open my mouth fully, because I was fully taped and bandaged, and blood was coming out when I started batting. So I had to call the physio and the doctor again, and then tape it in a different way. And once I played those 15-20 balls, I went into a different zone, because only one thing was there in my mind: I want to win the match for my team. Because before leading up to the tournament, in the Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy, I was not there in the squad. So I had worked really hard on all the aspects to make it really big in the Vijay Hazare. I wanted to make it count. So I didn't want to leave this opportunity for this. So I really wanted to go in and then win the match for the team. I got a 60 or something, but I was disappointed that we were not able to cross the finish line and go to the finals. But obviously, everything happens for a reason. So that was the episode, actually.
What will the end result be on your part? You put up such a positive news out there for every cricketer, especially budding cricketer, that no matter what the situation, you have to be brave especially in the most precarious of situations. So hats off to you for that. Really,
Thank you so much.
that's a very commendable thing you've done. And I have read that you have tried your hand at wrist spin and also wicket keeping, but you are primarily a batter, right? So any reason for not focusing much on your other skills?
No, when I started, I was an all-rounder. Like, I used to bowl a lot of leg spin in the age category. But after a point, as I said, I had a lot of shoulder injuries, so I was not able to fully take up bowling at that point of time. So with one skill, it is very difficult to get into the scheme of things in the current scenario. So you have to be multi-dimensional. So I'm a decent fielder and decent close-in fielder as well. So I thought, okay, why not take up keeping? Why not practice it and upgrade yourself, because you never know. And I was during the lockdown time and the COVID time, I used to keep telling my brother to bowl, and then I used to just take the gloves and keep. So like, I really didn't expect myself to be a wicket-keeper batsman for an IPL team. So you never know when things will happen. So that's how wicket keeping started. But before that, I was a bowler, like long back. I mean, I used to bowl leg spin, but because of the shoulder, I had to shift focus on my keeping, and I'm still keeping wickets. So whenever the team needs, I am batting and as well as keeping as well.
Yes, this brings to my follow-up question. You talk about skills. So, the way things are in cricket right now, players with a dual role have better chances of making to the international level. So doesn't that make you think about focusing on your secondary skills again?
Definitely, I am focusing on it. Obviously, it is very, very difficult just to be as a batter and get into the scheme of things, because you have to do really, really well. But if you're multi-dimensional, obviously, your opportunities and chances to get into the team are much more. You can be a bowler or a wicket keeper or anything. But as I said, yes, I am trying to upgrade my skill in whatever way possible. And I am practicing my bowling as well again. Not a lot of people know about it. But so I want to be a three-dimensional way that whenever the team needs me to keep, I'm okay to keep. But I'm also working on my bowling. So hopefully in the near future that I will explore that as well.
Okay, and you just raised the topic of the IPL. So you played for the Kolkata Knight Riders last season, got 3 matches. So how was your overall experience with the KKR, and any special advice or lessons you got from any of the players, coaches, or management that you would like to mention? And I'll have to state here, that I remember you getting one of the games, because I personally, being a Bengali, I myself am a huge KKR fan.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. That's nice. Yeah, obviously it was a very great experience, because I waited for so long to get into the IPL. I've been a part of the auctions for many years. I've been unsold. It's not a pleasant feeling. You try so much, and so as I said, I went for the trials, did really well, got picked, took up keeping. Obviously, that also gave me an edge. So it was a great experience, obviously, to be a part of the setup and to share the dressing room with lots of legends there, right from Brendan McCullum to Pat Cummins to everybody, Andre Russell. So it was a very great experience for me, learning experience. Obviously, with the couple of opportunities which I got, I was not able to perform as much as I wanted to. Obviously, that's a bit disappointing. But at the same time, I've understood that yes, not every time things will go your way. There's still a lot of time. I will keep working hard and I will definitely bounce back. So obviously, it was a very great experience. As I said, I was able to discuss a lot of cricket with those legends and learn a lot of things.
Okay, and Tamil Nadu has many high-profile stars in their lineup. So, have you had the chance of having any conversations with them about your batting?
Obviously, I've shared the dressing room with a lot of legends from Tamil Nadu, right from Dinesh Karthik to R. Ashwin to L. Balaji to Badri, lots of players. So I was fortunate enough to make my debut when they were also playing with me. L. Balaji was my captain when I made my debut. So I've talked about a lot of things, right from batting to captaincy to everything. So I'm fortunate and lucky enough to play with all those legends.
Okay, and you raised the name of Dinesh Karthik. So I have a question here that talking about these legends. So your Tamil Nadu senior and teammate Dinesh Karthik has been a big admirer of your performances and has been advocating for your call up into the Indian team on social media for quite some time now. So how would you describe your relationship with him and his influence on your career, both as a teammate and as a mentor?
He's a very good friend, to be honest. Obviously, I got to know him through cricket. When I made my debut, obviously, when you need the support of your senior players, and they made it very comfortable for me when I came into the setup. And after that, and we became very close as friends. And he's always been a big brother for me. And it feels really nice and special when people like Dinesh Karthik support you when you've done well, and when they post something on social media, and it really means a lot to me. And I've learned a lot, as I said, right from him batting. He's been a mentor to me. Any important decisions in cricket, obviously I will lean to him. I will discuss it with him, and with so much of experience, definitely his words will mean a lot to me.
And any particular cricketer you look up to? Who was your role model when you were growing up?
Growing up, obviously Sachin Tendulkar. I used to have a lot of, at that point, iPad was there. So I used to save a lot of Sachin Tendulkar's pictures on there. In cricket, and apart from cricket, I used to follow tennis. Like I was a huge Roger Federer fan as well. So in cricket, I was out and out Sachin Tendulkar fan. And right now I'm a very, very big MS Dhoni fan. So these two are my cricketing idols.
MS Dhoni because he's the certified Thala for CSK?
Obviously, that is also there. But even before that, I think not just his skills on the field and the way he presents himself off the field, I think he's a very good human being. And that is much more important for me. And the way he carries himself, even after playing so many games, achieving so many things. And I've had the opportunity to discuss a lot of things with him a couple of times during the IPL, even otherwise. So he's a very, very kind and generous person. So I always look up to him. And as I said, when I was very young, obviously it was Sachin Tendulkar. But once MS Dhoni came, and it was MS Dhoni throughout.
Okay. And you have consistently been on a scoring spree for so many seasons now, but that, that cherished national team call-up hasn't been there for you. It's still eluding you. So how are you keeping yourself so encouraged still?
I wouldn't say that I'm encouraged all the time. Obviously, there will be days that you're dejected. You feel, okay, what am I doing? Where am I in my life? Sometimes you feel you're doing well and you're not getting the opportunity. Sometimes you feel like I need to do even more. So these kind of things keep coming up. But as I said, in that journey, you will learn a lot of things. You grow as a person, you grow as a cricketer. So at this point of time, as I said, I'm very happy and grateful that I'm in this season. I'm doing really well, and I would like to continue it and do well for my team and get the Ranji Trophy. But at the same time, there are certain things which are not in my control. I will keep pushing. Definitely, I'll keep pushing. I will keep working hard, and right things will happen at the right time is the hope. And let's see what happens.
Okay. And so, recently Sarfaraz Khan has made his national test debut. So does his recent call up into the Indian team and his performance on the debut, serve as an inspiration for you?
Definitely. Inspiration one part, and I'm very happy because when domestic performers are rewarded, it feels personal. because I've been in the domestic circuit. This is my 10th season in domestic cricket. So I know how hard it is for a domestic cricketer to keep scoring those runs, keep performing. It's not very easy because there are 30 states. There are so many people performing. Not every time you can be at your best. So when domestic performers are rewarded and when they do well straight away, it feels personal. I'm very happy and gives me the confidence also. Okay, domestic performers are being rewarded. You will also get your time. So it's a pleasant feeling, actually.
Definitely. And this brings me to my final question for this interview. Do you think your performance this season is enough to earn you a call up into the India A side, at least? Because the competition is high, as you just very correctly mentioned. And so, how are you looking into playing the Ranji knockouts? Because it's now that the crunch situation, Tamil Nadu is into the knockouts. Now you cannot afford any mess ups.
To your first question, obviously, I hope I get a break for the India A or the national team. I hope, but let's see. If I hope for things and if I'm too excited about it, sometimes I might get dejected. So I don't want to go to that place. But I really hope I get a break somewhere. And to your next question, yes, obviously, good thing that we have come into the knockouts. Everybody is feeling happy, elated. Not just us, the entire state of Tamil Nadu, the cricket fans. They're very happy for us. One thing is that we want to go to the finals and get the Ranji Trophy. That is definitely there. We want it very badly. But at the same time, we want to play a good brand of cricket and we will definitely give our best. We will give more than 100%. That's what our captain Sai Kishore also told us. That's our main focus. Obviously, we will give our best and take whatever the result comes. And personally, for me, going into the knockouts, I've always enjoyed playing the knockouts. It is something special for the team. You can contribute and make the team win. So I'm excited for it. But at the same time, I need to strike a balance saying that, okay, let me keep it simple, keep doing the right things. Because once I've heard MS Dhoni say that when it comes to the knockouts, everybody wants to be special. But he does the opposite. He keeps it very simple. So that's what makes him special. So I want to keep things simple and do the basics right and see what happens.
Simplicity is special, and taking that cue from MS Dhoni, perhaps even you are inculcating in you, because your simplicity is what has lit up this interview session so much. So with this, I'll conclude this interview here. Thank you so much, Indrajith, for taking out time, joining us for some talking, and to all our viewers, do let us know how much you enjoyed hearing this very talented young cricketer, and do let us know whether just like him, are you more than eager to see him don the India jersey, the India colors someday, and the regular instructions to all our viewers, and also to you, Indrajith, as well. Like and share this video as much as possible. Subscribe to our channel like a true ecstatic cricket fan. CricXtasy is your channel. You were hearing me, your host Damini Basu, presented to you, and we promise to bring you such interviews, such interesting stories on cricket, not just from India but around the world. So if you wish to stay updated regarding all the live updates, do not forget to press that bell icon. And with this, it's goodbye to you, Indrajith. Goodbye to all our viewers. I'll take your leave and be back with another fresh video. Take care. Bye.